shrugs. Maybe there's a ladder in all that gold.
My God, it's solid gold.
Oh,
And I'm gonna take a step out onto this awful place that looks like my death.
Okay. So as you all begin to move down and move into this large area.
Nope, I'm waiting to see what happens.
No, you can move in. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
It was a pun.
Alright.
All right. So as you all move into this area, you gaze around, having a little more light now surrounding you as you see the source of this is just mountains of gold and silver and items glistening from the faint bits of sunlight that shine through the ice surrounding you. You see that all tunnels seem to lead to a central core, a glittering cavern of ice with jagged walls and icicles the size of stalactites. This grand vault is split into two levels, an egg-shaped upper level with a sheer ledge overlooking a sunken level 30 feet below, where a massive pile of treasure rests beneath an icy glaze. As you look around this room, you look up, clinging to the ceiling above the hoard, wings tucked in tight along its sides with claws gripping the ice, is a huge white dragon.
Fucking knew it.
Where is it, guys? I don't see it.
As Stone Skull gazes upon this creature, a distant memory vibrantly rushes into his head. He sees his father wielding a familiar greatsword against a white dragon, leaving a long slash across the belly of the creature before his father is enveloped by the dragon's mighty maw. As Stone Skull comes back to his senses and looks at the dragon clinging to the ceiling, it begins to rotate to look towards you, and upon its belly lies a long, jagged scar. And as it sees all of you and turns its head to look down at you, you hear a deep, rumbling, guttural voice as this dragon begins to speak. Where is my food? Not same guy.
Obviously.
Have the kobolds not brought it to you yet, sir?
As you say that, the dragon kind of reaches up one of its claws, clinging itself to the roof and scratches its neck, very, nonchalantly for the most part. It says, "No, they have not come today. Now, where is it if you're not here to bring me food? Then you must be my food, yes?"
Unfortunately not. Only here to add to the hoard, but we'll be certain to send a few of those tasty morsels down for you in a bit.
That he chuckles. He says, "You look more satisfying than any of those kobolds. Maybe I'll eat you instead."
Or perhaps maybe I'll finish what my father started.
And as Stone Skull says this with just rage in his eyes as he's looking up at this large white dragon, I need everybody for roll for initiative.
Well, so much for that.
Get an emotional response. You're doing something right, DM.
I have to play the character. Gotta do it, guys. I'm sorry.
Mine was a 4.
You gotta play the character.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's how we go ham.
100% have to do that.
Well, rip all of us. Here comes the, Steve, what are you doing?
What? Nothing. What are you doing?
Calling out
you're
how big
crying.
pussy you're being.
I'm not running, you're running.
I'm not running, you're running.
With tears in his eyes.
I don't want to.
I don't want to do this.
All right. Well.
Yeah, that's right. Get behind me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So a nat 20 on initiative roll for the dragon. So this dragon begins to unfurl its wings slightly as it looks down at you, and it kind of tilts its head to the side, and then you hear just another laugh. It says, "You must bow before you are eaten." and you feel a very familiar presence beginning to just completely fall upon all of you. I need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Come on. Come on.
Oh,
Let me save
oh,
this.
great. Oh, it's a 13 at least. There's something. Oh, wait, that wasn't a saving throw. Oh, no.
Oh,
It was a
no.
7.
Okay, so as this familiar feeling of just fright, pure fear and panic begins to set over you, Ignalia and Maximilian, you're able to ward off this effect, pushing it away from your minds and causing yourself not to be feared by this creature's presence. Unfortunately, Tara, Stone Skull, and Steve are affected by it. You are now all frightened.
What is that as a condition?
You
Exactly.
run away for your movement, and then for your action, you can attempt to break it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to do another one at the end of your turn with your action. But until then, you have to use your full movement to run away in the logical
Safely.
direction. Yeah, safely away. And with that, the dragon releases its grasp from the ceiling, unfurling its wings at the same time, and floats in the air as it beats its wings. You see some of the golden items down below it begin to shift and move around the room as it does so. And it kind of just chuckles at you again. My food. And Steve, proceed to run 30 feet in a direction away from the dragon, either back up the tunnel or across the room. It's a big room.
Is up the tunnel rough terrain?
Yes.
Going uphill?
Yes. So you really need to run through the room, actually. Path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve is just filled with terror looking upon this creature, knowing that it is something that could easily kill all of you in one fell swoop, and runs for his very life. And at the end of his turn, he tries to save against it. Give me another wisdom save.
I better save this time. Damn it. No, he doesn't.
So as you feel that presence still just ingrained in your mind, you try to fight it off, but you find that the reality of the situation is that you are very much in danger and you are still frightened. Tara, much of the same.
My initiative was a 4.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Why
First
is it
roll,
showing
yeah.
that?
Because he rolled
Oh.
first, and then...
Oh, wait a second. Why is my initiative not in there?
Oh yeah, you're not in here. Why are you not in here?
I don't know. I did all my thing.
Where are you at? I don't know.
I
You rolled
was
it,
at a
but-
16 initiative.
16. Okay. Well, shit. Okay. All right. Where's your token? There it is.
I just did another to get myself on there.
Oh shit.
Now there's
Okay.
2 of them.
There we go. Okay, so with Steve running away from the battle, something you've come to know, but you all feel this presence, this fear ingrained in your mind, though some of you were able to sense, save against it. Ignalia, it is your turn.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try and act like I've been feared, and kind of like, I'm gonna try to act like I'm giving in to its demand, somewhat obediently. But what I want to do is just see if it comes for me and then immediately lash out.
Okay. So as you begin to run away, give me a deception check.
Well, so I'm not running away per se. What he said was like kneel, and like basically prepare. So I'm gonna just move out here and kind of just like bow a little bit. I'm not gonna get prone, but I'm gonna like bow a little bit, like waiting.
Okay.
So you want deception, performance,
Yes.
what?
Deception. Okay.
Hey,
So through the corner of your eyes, you kind of bow your head a bit. You still keep a wary eye up towards this large white dragon. And as you do so, you see it grinning hungrily towards you and begins to start floating in your direction. But it hasn't made all the way across quite yet.
I'm gonna get the blade, baby.
Okay. Max, you saved as well. What do you want to do?
I am going to twirl the antagonist and make a series of notes and give a point of bardic inspiration to Ignalia.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my action to start whistling
Shouldn't be, no.
in a lower.
Yeah.
So does that come through? No.
Yeah, you're coming through. We can hear you.
No. I know, but I'm trying to send this counter charm, but it's not working.
Click the little speech bubble.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Ta-da! In an effort to counter the fear that's in the air. So everyone within it ends until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
But anyone gets advantage against being feared.
Okay. So yeah, that's where you're gonna move and stay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm in. I got close enough to Steve, but I still want to stay behind Tara.
Okay. Alrighty. So as this song begins to whistle out, the dragon turns its head to you, obviously seeing that you weren't affected by his presence, and his attention is now on you, Max. Stone Skull.
Break.
You are frightened. I need you to run 30 feet and then try to break it. You should still be within 30 feet of Max.
Yeah.
So
I was kind of running a path that should keep me there. Yeah. And then wisdom save with advantage.
with advantage.
Okay.
All right. So as you run around just feeling the fear, knowing that this creature was able to slay your father with almost not even a second thought, knowing that you could easily meet the same fate, you take running away from it, trying to get as far away from it as you can. But as you get to the end of your movement, you feel the psychic presence within your mind beginning to ebb just a little bit as the rage begins to take over again.
As that
And you throw yourself out.
as that happens, I immediately draw the gleam edge and just crash it right against the ice wall and immediately turn and just my eyes focus directly on the dragon.
All right. Tara, you are feared.
There's that. And I'm gonna say a prayer.
Okay, even with advantage, as you feel this presence crossing across your mind, much like what you felt with Vorag Manthar, though not quite as strong as what he did to your minds. You feel that this creature could definitely kill you, and you are still frightened under its influence. All right, and with that, seeing all of this going on, this white dragon begins to move forward, not very far, still hovering high above your heads in this other chamber, and it rears its head back and unleashes a mighty torrent of cold towards Maximilian. I need a con saving throw as this cold energy engulfs you.
Con save. Ew.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Ouch.
That is unfortunate.
Okay. Rolling it for everybody to see.
Oh,
So as this icy wind and cold begins to surround you, initially you don't feel anything, and then you feel your limbs just being sapped of energy as this cold energy just seeks into your body, and you feel your body just beginning to die as you take 45 points of cold damage.
Holy shit. Beefy.
And with that, the white dragon once again bellows out a bark of a laugh. Ha! You see what Glazhael, the Cloudchaser, can do. Bow and become my food. Steve, you are still feared.
all right.
And unfortunately, you are not within range, just out of it, from the song that Max was trying to be able to maintain. So you will not have advantage on your next save.
Huh?
Hey, you needed it. All right, so as you move
God.
away, still running away, as you see out of the corner of your eyes, you're still just charging away from this creature. You see your comrade and your brother in blood, Maximilian, being engulfed by this cold wave of energy. And with that, as you see that, you keep running for not wanting to be in fear of being able to be hit by it as well. The thought crosses your mind and compensates for your fear, and you're able to break the frightened condition. So you are not feared anymore, but that is your turn. Ignalia.
All right. Well, he didn't come close like I was hoping he would. Okay, my game just kicked me out. Fun.
Oh, GG.
Uh-oh.
It fears my power.
It knows what is coming.
All right. Well, yeah. Unless he's gonna come down here, the best I can do is move so that we're not clumped together. And I am going to shoot out a firebolt at it.
Yeah.
20 hits.
Nice.
Don't sound surprised.
I didn't look up and
No,
see.
let's do it. Yeah.
All right, some medium damage.
All right, so as you raise your hand up in the air, seeing that this dragon is not moving down, that Glazhael is not moving down towards you, you decide to switch tactics and raise your hand up and fling a bolt of fire towards it, hitting it in the chest as it hovers in the air. It looks down as the fire kind of bursts across its chest and leaves a little smoldering kind of black spot on its chest, and it just laughs again.
Come down here and fight, you coward.
Anything else?
Oh, no,
I
you
will shit my pants
Okay.
as a bonus action.
All right, Maximilian.
As a bonus action.
hurt.
I'm going. Yeah, that hurt a lot. Hopefully, at least got his attention. What, 30 feet here? Right. I'm going to continue moving this way in an effort to continue, because I can't do anything else as the action, right? Okay, do I get another bonus action? The performance that lasts until the end of your next turn.
You just have to start the performance. You still have your action for this turn now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Because it
Nice.
started on the
Okay.
last one, yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. Is Shatter, is something I want to ask. Is that something that I could use to target the ceiling above him flying?
You could, yes. However, you know that everything leading up to this point has led you to believe that the ice here is magically reinforced, and it'll be very difficult to do any damage to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I am going to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Make a Dex save throw. What's your DC?
16, I believe.
I think it's higher
Yep.
than a 12. So,
Yes.
Nice.
which one do I like? I like that one. All right. What's the coloration on this?
Gold, of course.
Okay. So, as Max is still kind of humming this tune, he raises his hand up and begins to wave it, his fluctuation of his whistle being to go up and down as he casts his spell while still maintaining, as best he can, the counter charm. You see the dragon kind of twist and turn as it looks around, and its entire body is outlined in this shimmering kind of gold light, making it very easy to see and target by everyone in the group. Anything else?
Yes, then I'm going to give a point of inspiration to Stone Skull.
Okay.
Okay.
Another quick flip of the blade of the antagonist and Stone Skull.
How high up is he?
He is
I love that question. We start asking about the dimensions of the room. How off the ground is that? Yes, something cool is about to happen.
from your current perspective, he is 30 feet off the ground, 60 feet above the cavern below.
Okay. With that, I'm going to head back almost the exact same path that I went before, back along the wall. And as I'm doing so, reaching back and grabbing one of the javelins out of my pack here. And I'm going to, or off the back of my pack, and I'm going to launch it in the direction of him. I think I have range on that. Let me see. Yeah, up to 120, so it'd be disadvantage, but
Yeah, so it should be disadvantage after 40,
Yeah.
I think.
Fairy fire, so normal.
Yeah,
So
it's a
normal.
Yeah, true that.
A 14 to hit, I'm imagining is probably not going to hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is going to. Well, actually,
Inspiration?
Sure, let's bardic inspiration this.
Let's use it.
Let's use it.
I got it some more.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's
Yeah!
Yeah.
all right. So as you reach back, grabbing a javelin out of your pack, you almost with a running start, you throw this javelin through the air, and as it soars through the air, you see the mighty wings of this creature begin to bat in a way, and you see it kind of wobbling in its trajectory. But you put just enough oomph onto it that it flies forward and connects with the target. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. 7 piercing. And as it lets loose, just eyes trained on him, quickly shouts out, "Come down here and let me show you what this sword can really do." And that'll be my turn.
All right. Okay. Quick note for myself. Stone Skull. Okay. All right. All right. Tara.
Stone Skull talk shit. Time to kill him.
Tara continuing to run, and unfortunately continues on. You've got 7 more rounds of it, unless you break it early. All right. I need Ignalia and Stone Skull to both give me performance checks.
Okay.
I'm just linking that because it's too appropriate.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. So
Perfect.
even with Ignalia calling Glazhael a coward, his eyes and his gaze shift straight to Stone Skull. And with a fury, he rushes down, flying through the air and landing before you, Stone Skull. And he makes 3 attacks against you.
Okay.
He lunges out with a bite. 14.
Does not.
And then he tries to hit you with his claws. 30.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Does not.
All right, so as the bite lunges out, you quickly step aside, kind of raising up Gleam Edge to push him away. But you get caught in the side by one of his claws. You kind of groan in pain as you take 17 slashing damage from the attack. And then as another claw comes around, you quickly braze up Gleam Edge again to bat his claw away as best you can, just feeling the brute ferocity and strength of this creature. You know that it can hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so taking 17, and that is its turn. Steve. Actually, it's right here.
Right up against me, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Claw cannot reach 10 feet. Bite can, though.
Bite can, but claw cannot. Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted.
Oh, shit.
Right there.
Shit.
What I wanted.
Okay. He didn't get his breath back.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not flubbing anything.
Yeah. Just do it.
Hey,
Go.
how far did his breath reach? That's what I want to remember.
It's
Far enough.
straight
It was like-
line.
Pretty frickin' far.
Yeah.
It was a pretty freaking wide cone
Oh.
that reached at least 60 feet out.
At least, or exact.
Hard to tell in the fury of battle.
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm close up and I dash up and stab, or attempt to stab it with my rapier.
Okay.
No advantage. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes! thanking your lucky stars that Maximilian had the foresight to know that you were going to suck. You lunge forward with your rapier of warning. Did you make that a +1 weapon? Yes, you did. Okay. As you lunge forward, you're able to make contact with this dragon's thick, scaly hide. But as you do so, it just barely glances off without piercing into the skin, just missing the attack.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Ignalia.
All right, I'm gonna continue my advance.
All right.
This is about to get interesting, folks.
And
Hold on
ending
to your
there,
butts.
I'm gonna do another firebolt.
Okay.
20.
20 hits.
That was lackluster. I can add your inspiration to
Yes,
damage,
you
right?
can.
What's the D?
One
What is that?
D8.
All right, well, 8 fire.
Okay.
And that is it for me.
And boop. All right. So as Ignalia charges forward, seeing the dragon now on eye level, down on ground level with everybody, fires off another firebolt, easily being able to see this creature just glowing with gold light. Makes contact with it, still not doing a whole lot. This thing seems to have not even noticed your attacks. And as Ignalia ends her turn, Glazhael turns his head and looks at everyone down on the ground, and then his wings raise up into the air and he beats them hard. I need Steve and Stone Skull to give me dex saves.
Okay. And this will be at advantage. For me.
All right. So, even with it being able to see it, and even with Steve's senses being heightened in the flurry of battle, you're both unable to get out of the way as this wind knocks into your chest. You both take 12 damage,
Really?
bludgeoning damage, as you're knocked backwards and fall prone before this dragon.
Fall prone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Is someone tallying the damage we got on this motherfucker? I want to know as we go along.
All right, and that was Ignalia's turn. All right,
I have
Maximilian.
Really? That's unfortunate. I'm going to cast that on myself
Okay.
for sure. And then I am going to give a point of inspiration to Farah.
Terra. All right. Anything else?
No, my turn.
All right, so some of the wounds upon Maximilian from that cold breath that hit him begin to kind of heal up, some of the ice falling away from your scaly skin. And whip the antagonist around, granting Terra inspiration to hopefully save against this frightened condition. Stone Skull.
Gonna use half my movement to stand.
Okay.
I would like to use the remainder of my movement to climb on top of this motherfucker
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
and start jabbing Gleam Edge into its back.
All right, so as you try to climb onto him, you feel it resisting. Give me an athletics check.
Resisting. Really? That's polite.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as it, you start to climb on one of its front legs, you feel it shaking its arm, trying to knock you off of it. But unfortunately for it, your grasp is true, and you're able to squirm up onto kind of its shoulder area
Okay.
on top of it.
And immediately just gonna start jabbing the sword into him at advantage.
24 hits.
And then using Action Surge to, once again, 2 more attacks.
All of your attacks hit.
Okay, here we go.
We found its AC.
Calculator.
39, 48.
48. All right.
48 slashing damage. And then for my my bonus, I'm going to use my second wind and get some of my health back.
Okay. All right. So Stone Skull expertly, with one hand just still gripping Gleam Edge as he starts to scramble up the side of Glazhael. Almost thrown off, just barely able to keep his grip on him, but he's able to climb up on his side and begin wailing 4 attacks with Gleam Edge, coming down and hitting the brightly lit body of this dragon. You hear Glazhael actually let out a roar of pain from this attack, a series of attacks, rather. He did not like that.
Good. That's
All
what
right.
I like to hear.
Tara.
Glad.
Does a 15 do it?
Roll the
Just do it.
D8.
Okay.
Burn it.
That should do
Nice.
it.
Okay. So as you finally get away after hearing the song of your friend Maximilian, it finally brings you back to reality and snaps your focus back, and you are now not frightened.
Yeah, welcome back to the fight, baby. Let's go.
Hold on.
Back to reality. Back to the fact that this is an awful, cold beast.
Imagine Tara turn around like, I'm back. Like, I'm about to beat the frozen. She's like, yeah, let's go. I need you over here right now, please. That'd be really slow.
All right. And that was
Hold on.
Tara's turn.
Oh wait, that was my turn. Never mind.
Yeah, that happens at the end of your turn. All right. Glazhael, not super happy about Stone Skull. Okay, first and foremost, at the end of Tara's turn, Glazhael's tail whips up around his body and attempts to hit Stone Skull.
Okay.
All right, well, that's going to miss. All right.
It drops its tail.
It drops its tail. It just falls on
It
the
drops
ground.
its tail. Game over.
That's what happened.
With that, what is he going to do? Oh, he's going to do this. All right, still gets his breath back.
He
with
says,
that-
I swear this doesn't normally happen.
I don't usually have.
Normally my food doesn't do this to me.
With that, Glazhael's very preoccupied with Stone Skull right now. Is going to reach back with both his claws and his tail again, attempting to hit him.
Okay.
So, claw, 30 natural
Oh!
20,
A nat 20. Cool.
21,
Jesus Christ.
and 26.
Holy shit.
Here come the pain train.
Okay.
All right.
Some of it.
So you take 51 total points of damage, shaving off 9 of it from these attacks, and only taking 42 or 43. Right? Math?
42.
42. Yeah, 42 is right.
Math hard.
Math hard.
You know,
So
math
you only
like
take- only
Math
take
hard and
42
7.
damage. Oh, that was beefy. All right. And with that, it still shakes its arms and legs and attempting to fight you off, but doesn't spend its action to do so. So you're still grappled on top of it.
Okay.
Steve.
All right. Not climbing up it, but I'm going to stand up.
Oh, by the way, he's also marked too. By the way.
Okay. Bloop.
see how many status effects I got to put on.
It's the boss fight. Start stacking that shit.
Uh huh.
Quickly now.
All right. Stand up.
Okay. 15 feet of movement done.
Go ahead and attempt to stab it.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Don't attempt.
With
Yes.
advantage, 23 hits. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
2 6s and a 5, and then all right. So as Steve stands up, just kind of knocking the having the wind knocked out of him from this wing attack that it leashed on him, stands back up and immediately lunges forward as it's distracted completely by Stone Skull and scores a massive hit, doing 28 piercing damage to it. Starting to look a little winded now, but still raring to go.
We have done 102 damage to him.
Starting to look hurt.
Starting to look damaged.
Anything else, Steve?
Nope.
All right.
Good.
Ignalia.
I will
Somebody
charge
heal
up
my
on his
ass.
flank and come down with my sword.
Somebody heal me.
Oh boy. 24.
24 hits.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Hold on. Debating my life choices.
Do it.
Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna burn a first level smite. Oh.
Oh, that is unfortunate. All right.
Alright. Yeah, so total 17.
All right. So is Ignalia
Hey.
doing anything else?
Nope, that's all for me.
All right. So as Ignalia, almost unplugged. As Ignalia charges forward, swinging her blade down, it begins to burst into fire as is normal for her. Swinging it down and cutting along the side of this dragon, dealing a good amount of damage, and some of the holy energy from the sword begins to channel into the wound as well, doing just a ever so slight bit more, but definitely not as much as she had hoped it would do. And with
I have my own version of I swear it normally works.
Yeah, don't usually happen. All right, Maximilian.
I am going to heal myself again.
Okay.
I just need to stay alive.
Closest thing y'all got to a white mage. He's doing his best.
There we go. That's
Ooh.
more like it.
Beefy
For a
first level spell.
Right?
Nice.
There we go.
Anything else? Tossing out more inspiration, or are you done?
Yeah. I'm going to
Alright.
throw another point of inspiration, or rather a point of inspiration on Stone Skull.
Alrighty.
Keep you having him miss. And then I am going to move. Let me see. Sorry. I didn't really think about moving until just now, and it seems like a good idea. Okay. Bam. One more. Yeah, and then I'll my turn.
Alrighty. So once again, more of his wounds beginning to close up from this cold attack that he took. Just one whole attack that did all of this damage to him. He starts to become more like himself. The regular gold tint of his flesh is beginning to show more. And with that, he inspires Stone Skull. Speaking of, your turn, sir.
I'm gonna try to keep my place here, and once again, just double attack. So
Hit.
1, 2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit here, hit with this, and then use my bardic inspiration to add additional 6 points of damage on that.
All right, so 12 plus 13 plus 18.
The alley-oop. Oh, it takes
Total
more.
of 43 damage.
And then, can we potion of healing with bonus?
While you're riding
You're on a dragon?
Yeah, while I'm on a dragon.
I'm down for a lot.
No, taking an item is an action. That's something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so that'll be my turn. That's fine.
All right.
It's cool. I
Look,
ride
I
or
love
die
you,
at this
that's-
point.
that's
It's
pushing
fucking. It is ride or die at this point.
It's like you just did 43 damage. Like, I can't give it much more than that, unfortunately. And also, unfortunately, as you strike it twice, its tail lashes out again at you, Stone Skull.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
It scores upon you for another 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Come on, tank. Time to do tank things.
All right.
What's that? 2 HP left?
No. A little more than that.
3?
Not much. Just a little.
You have pissed Glazhael off. I want
Yes,
you to
I
know
have.
I am
Terra.
going to move forward 30 feet and
Help me.
use a sorcerer point to twin my earth bolts.
There you go.
Oh.
And I imagine that I am just cutting right next to Steve's ears, both of them.
One on either side.
for 27.
Okay.
Ooh.
Beefy. All right. Anything else?
That will end my turn for now.
All right. So, as Tara steps forward, she kind of scoops down, pulling up the ice as best she can with her fingers. You see her fingertips kind of starting to bleed from the effort of it as she tries to mold earth, but using only ice to do so. But when she's able to pull it off and then flings two of these... Oh, you're using gold and silver pieces. All right. Well, detract the money. You send them flying forward either way, and both of these bolts... you haven't been over to the horse yet. Hit into Glazhael's side, doing a good chunk of damage to it. Glazhael howls in pain as you see him looking bloody and winded. And in frustration, he raises his tail and attacks Stone Skull again.
No.
That one.
26.
That is going to be enough to knock me unconscious.
So as the tail comes lashing forward, hitting Stone Skull again, who's just taking punishment as he's trying to cling to this creature, trying to take out his rage on it. And as the tail contacts, it gets him right across the back of the neck. And you see Stone Skull, his eyes kind of roll back in the back of his head, and he slowly falls off and onto the ground off of the dragon.
Keep those numbers low.
Keep it there. Keep it there.
Only 4s and down from here on in.
Yes, please.
With that,
He shot his wad on me, and that hurt. I didn't like it.
you see Glazhael looking around, something different in his eyes. Instead of just rage and power, you see just an inkling of fear beginning to rise in his eyes. And with that, he quickly reaches out for a claw aimed at Steve and Ignalia, and then uses his final one to disengage and move away. So, claw towards Ignalia, 14. Claw towards Steve, 18.
Nope.
Where were those
Steve,
blasts
is there anything
out?
hit?
Yeah.
All right, so you take 13 slashing damage, and the creature, this dragon, jumps into the air, disengaging, moving too quick for you to get attacks of opportunity.
I wish
on
I
it,
had
and it
those.
flies into the air, heading up to the north, towards one of the tunnels. And he's flying not as easily as he was before. He looks hurt badly enough that he is now running. Steve.
Away this skull and for the potion that Nalia gave me. His throat.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
2d4.
Plus 2.
4 plus 2. All right. So as you tip the potion over, Stone Skull lying, just gasping for breath in his weakened state, unconscious, you're able to massage it down his throat. And Stone Skull, your eyes bolt open as you were healed for 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Steve?
Nope.
All right. All right, Ignalia, it is flying away from you.
You will not get away from me, beast. Did that send?
Nope.
No.
I did not.
That's
Like,
that's weird. It shouldn't. It's a real
Dark
thing.
Knight, like hitting a button and nothing happened. Like,
Okay.
Oh, come
I think
on.
we've had this problem before. My spell's set up correctly.
You have to-
Anyway,
Delete it and add it back in.
oh god. Okay, I'm using Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So that is 3 rays of fire, all with different spell attacks. On hit, each one does 2d6 fire.
All right.
120 foot range. Nothing suspicious there.
D20 plus charisma.
And all these with advantage, right?
Yeah, still glowing.
yeah. Yes, he is.
So 19 for the first. 19 hits, right?
Yeah, 19 hits, 13 misses.
19.
And 3rd hits.
No, these are with advantage, so
They're
I'm
all
only
with
done 2
advantage.
so
I
far.
got you. I got you. Yeah.
That would
Yeah, all 3 hit.
okay.
Okay, I was checking for crits.
Crits, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case. Can't be too careful.
$23 fire.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm doing my own math.
I did not max this guy's HP, just so y'all know I rolled. It was above average, though.
Mm.
I was waiting for that. I'm like, yeah.
We are
Yeah.
we are at a total of 202 damage right now.
Let him have it.
I am going to quicken spell Firebolt.
Yes.
All right.
Artillery piece.
26.
26 hits.
Max damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
I am aiming just for the fucking the area right where his wings connect in the back, just trying to cripple him and make him fall.
All right. So as Ignalia raises her hand up, with one hand she releases 3 rays of scorching fire that just stream through the air, hitting Glazhael in the back as he retreats away. Once again, he lets out a roar of pain, but continues flapping, trying to head towards the tunnel up to his northeast. And with her other hand, she brings it around and quickly throws another bolt of fire. As this fire flies through the air, you see it beginning to expand and grow bigger as it flies through the air and hits right through Glazhael's right wing and passes straight through it. You see his wing buckle, almost turning itself inside out from the force of this massive impact. And Glazhael falls to the ground, crashing next to the horde that he coveted so.
Yeah.
Unmovable.
Yes.
I told you not to run.
I want to run over to Stone Skull and make sure like he's stabilized. He's all right.
Mm-hmm.
He's not looking so good, but he's alive.
It's rough going here, but I'm alive.
Yeah, let me give that to you.